Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. Did any of you guys see this video that Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, made streaming on Facebook Live out of his backyard?
I am smoking a brisket and some ribs.
Ew, gross, but I get it. That's what most normal Americans seem to do, right?
Things taste better when you make them yourself, and they taste doubly better when you hunted the animal yourself. So,
okay, even more gross, and that's not normal. Most normal Americans don't go out and hunt their food and kill it and cook it themselves. Why does he even do this for?
Whether you're fishing for the salmon or, going hunting for a boar. I mean, that's a big part of it is you feel more connected to what you're doing.
Well, Mark's sounding a little confused there about connecting into something. Well, later on he says in the video, and we didn't get this part in the video, he said that it's a good way to connect with nature. I mean, what's wrong with like taking a hike through the mountains or the jungles, a forest, a beach? I don't understand how going out and shooting a bison, which he apparently does, makes you feel connected to nature. That's crazy and gross. So when this story broke in the news a few days ago, a lot of people were shocked and offended. They had no idea that Mark Zuckerberg hunts his own meat. Well, few people realize that he's been doing this for a while. Way back in 2011, Mark Zuckerberg's personal challenge for that year.
"The only meat I'm eating is from animals I've killed myself," said Zuckerberg in an interview with Fortune.
Last year, he had a pig roast, and his friends who he had over to his house didn't really appreciate the fact this pig was once alive, and he claims he started thinking about this and he thought that this was kind of socially irresponsible.
This latest lifestyle change was revealed, of course, in a posting on Facebook that said, "I just killed a pig and a goat."
He says, quote, "This year, my personal challenge is around being thankful for the food I have to eat. I think many people forget that a living being has to die for you to eat meat. So my goal revolves around not letting myself forget that and being thankful for what I have." Well, I agree with Mark. Yeah, we should be grateful for the food we eat. But what's his deal about him feeling some kind of guilt about having to kill a living being in order for him to live? And he feels like he should be the one killing that living being to eat that. Well, has he not ever heard of the option of not killing sentient beings in order to live? Yeah, I'm sure he has, living in California. Veganism, what's up with that? You don't have to kill animals in order to live. I could see maybe in certain survivalist situations, you're stranded on a desert island and there's nothing else. But if you really care about life, about nature and sentient beings and not bringing harm, why don't you think about veganism as a viable option? What makes this philosophy even more ironic is that he's teamed up with fellow tech billionaires like Bill Gates, and they're investing in tech startups and research. They're funding projects to jumpstart new and more efficient forms of energy. Well, yeah, I'm for that too. I think that's cool. When the Tesla Model 3 comes out, I'd love to own one of those electric cars. However, they're neglecting the elephant in the room. Climate change is not driven by transportation nearly as much as it's driven by animal agriculture, which by all measures is the #1 cause of climate change. And speaking of his love of cows, shooting cows and bison, methane, it comes out of their butts, their farts, is way more potent as a greenhouse gas as compared to CO2. So yeah, Mark has some good intentions. He thinks climate change needs to be addressed seriously, and he understands on some level that the mass raising and slaughtering of animals, the way it's done now, is wrong. But the solution isn't just to say, hey, I'm just going to go to my friend's little boutique farm and take my rifle and shoot cows there. It just shows you even the most intelligent people miss the most obvious solutions there. The obvious solution is just don't eat the meat. A living being does not have to die in order for you to live. I've been vegan longer since Mark's been doing this whole I kill all my own meat trip, and there's tons of other vegans like us too. Our numbers are growing and growing, and just go talk to some. Find some, Mark. I'm sure you got some there working for you at Facebook. I mean, I can speak personally. I'm like, fitter, stronger, healthier, everything by any measure. Blood tests, the whole ball of wax. So that's the answer you're looking for, Mark. Not going out and killing animals, not shooting bison, not boiling live crab, and all the crazy things you've done to try to right this wrong. Simple answers: just don't eat animals. You might wonder, what is there to eat? Well, everything else. The whole world of plants, all the fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, the list goes on. There's so much good food out there, especially, like I said, where you live in Northern California. It's like the mecca of like supermarkets, vegan restaurants. There's no excuse not to try it out. So post your questions and comments down below, guys. Did you see the story? Were you grossed out? Were you offended? Do you think he was so close to the answer but just missed it? You know, let me know down below. Is there any hope for him too? And share this video with a friend who may have saw this and had something to say to you. And hit like if you got something out of this video. And subscribe if you're new for more vegan content from me and Angie here at Happy Healthy Vegan. So until next time, this goes for you, Mark Zuckerberg. Drop that dead meat and keep it carved, baby. Keep it carved.
This year, a butcher dresses what Zuckerberg kills. So far, chickens, pigs, and goats.
So what's next for Mark Zuckerberg? He actually is very interested in going hunting.